So many of us grew up with the nursery rhyme Chidiya Rani, the story of the Sparrow Queen. But have you ever really stopped to think about what it's actually saying? Today, we're going to break down this classic rhyme and uncover this really powerful story of wisdom and hard work that's kind of hidden in those simple lines. And really, the whole thing hinges on this one big question. How can just an ordinary sparrow be so sayani? Now, the rhyme often translates this word as clever, but it's so much more than that. That one word, it's the key to the whole thing. It's the puzzle we're here to solve. All right, so first things first, let's meet our hero, the Chidiya Rani, the Sparrow Queen. The rhyme doesn't waste any time. It immediately introduces her with this one very specific, very defining characteristic. Here it is, the opening line, Chidiya Rani, badi siani. Sparrow Queen, very clever. But see, this isn't just a simple description. This one line is basically the entire argument of the poem. Everything else that follows is just there to prove this single statement. So what does sayani really mean? Yeah, it gets translated as clever, but that just doesn't do it justice. It's more about being wise and sensible and prudent. It's a wisdom that comes from experience and responsibility, not just being a quick thinker. And honestly, this little distinction changes everything.
So, okay, how does the rhyme prove she's so wise? Well, it doesn't just tell us, it shows us. It walks us through her incredibly focused and purposeful daily routine. The rhyme lays out her day with this amazing, methodical precision. Okay, step 1, peck the grains. Step 2, drink water. And finally, step 3, bring back twigs. It's just a clear, logical progression. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing is wasted. Every single action has a purpose.
And this right here brilliantly shows her wisdom, her prudence. Those twigs aren't just random little bits of stuff. No, they are the building blocks of a home. She's showing foresight, planning, and this amazing resourcefulness to create shelter and security from the simplest things. That is sayani in action. But her work and her wisdom don't just stop at the nest. Oh no. The next part of the rhyme shows us that her efforts, well, they require her to go to some pretty great lengths to take on a really challenging journey. Dur dur tak udti jati. She flies far, far away. That repetition of the word dur in Hindi, it's there for a reason. It's meant to emphasize the vast distance she has to travel. This isn't just a quick flight around the block. This is a serious expedition. And it's so important that we get this distinction. This journey isn't for fun. It's not some leisurely exploration. It is a mission, a flight driven by a purpose. And that implies struggle, effort, and this just unwavering sense of duty. So what is this mission? What's the motivation behind this daily grind, this constant work, and these long, tough journeys? Well, this next part, this is really the emotional heart of the entire story. The rhyme has so carefully built this picture of this diligent, hardworking little creature. And it naturally leads you to ask, right? Why? What's the point of all this effort? What's driving the Sparrow Queen? And here it is. The answer, the reason for everything. She flies all that way on that difficult mission to gather grains and brings them back to feed her children. Her entire routine, all her foresight, all her hard work, her entire sayani nature, it's all channeled into one single purpose, providing for her family. Okay, so let's start to pull all these threads together. Now that we've seen her actions and we understand her motivation, what's the ultimate lesson that the story of the Sparrow Queen is trying to teach us? This is where it all clicks into place. It's so cool. On one side, you have her actions. She's diligent, she's tireless, she's selfless. And on the other side, you have her title, sayani. You see, the rhyme isn't defining wisdom as some abstract thought, but as the sum of all these very real, very responsible actions. And that right there is the core takeaway. The Sparrow Queen isn't called sayani because she knows a bunch of things. She's sayani because of what she does. It's this profound lesson that true wisdom isn't about what you think. It's about what you do for others. It's responsibility in action. So in the end, you see, it's so much more than just a nursery rhyme. It's a timeless story about what it really means to be wise. Which kind of leaves us with a final question to chew on. What does this little sparrow, with her incredible sense of purpose, teach us today about the true nature of hard work and dedication?